Hey everybody, this is Christian, aka ShaveFan12, checking in. Been a while since I did a video. I had a request from a friend to do a soap lathering video. So what I'm going to be using today is just a puck of Hagen. This is just the basic Hagen Deluxe Shave Soap. It's not the new luxury stuff they came out with. I've melted this down, just put it in a little plastic container. I'm not going to be doing any cream or anything. This is just a strictly soap lathering video. I've also got the, this is the Hagen new luxury brush. It's, I don't know, I think it's like a pure or like a, just a basic badger brush. So what we're going to do, I've already taken the soap and soaked it in water for a little bit. You just soak it in water for maybe a couple minutes. You want to use, not really too hot, but just comfortably warm water. This is basically the same temperature water I use when I'm shaving. One thing is you don't want to use too hot water, because if you use like boiling hot water or scalding hot, it will damage the hair on your brush. So pour the water off. You really don't want any water on here. You don't want to, the reason you don't want too much water is because you don't want to make it all foamy. You do not want to make lather in this. I warm up my bowl a little bit. This is just a cheap little bowl. You've seen this before in one of my other videos. And then the brush, here's the trick. Squeeze it dry, nice firm squeeze, and then shake it. I usually shake it about 3 times, maybe 3 or 4 times. Okay, what you're going to do, you do not want to mash the brush down inside here. Okay, see that? You don't want to do that. What you're just doing is maybe like the same pressure you would put on a pencil if you're trying to erase something, like if you're using a pencil eraser. But we're just going to swirl. Some guys will do this for 10 seconds, some 30. I kind of do it for about a minute or so. I just do it until it kind of looks and feels right. I'll explain that here in a sec. But we're just going to swirl. I kind of go counterclockwise, then clockwise. Your goal is not to saturate the entire brush with soap. You're just trying to saturate maybe like this top 1/2 inch to 1 inch of brush. So we're just going to swirl. One way that I tell that it's coming along really well is that in addition to the tips of the brush looking really saturated, if you look in here in the bowl, you kind of got this like creamy stuff that's in here. And that just, for me, that just gives me a baseline to go by. Kind of tells me that it's a good consistency. We're just going to go maybe for a few more seconds here. You can lather, I'm sorry, we're not lathering. You can load the brush either more or less than this. This is just a quick example. Okay, that actually should be good. And then what I do is I usually just pull my, swipe my finger in here, pull out some of this extra cream, put that on the brush. Okay, so the bowl, again, warm. You don't want any water in there. Too much water, and we're not gonna make a good lather. So don't smash the brush. You can pump it just a little bit during the lathering process, but what we're doing is we're just swirling this fast. If you swirl it really slow, you're not actually going to build anything. So we're just going to go fast. Don't worry if you can't do this right away. It actually took me dozens of tries before I got this down right, because I was using too much water. I didn't dry out my brush properly beforehand. My brush was too wet. If it's just making pure foam and it's not actually getting creamy in here, then your brush probably was too wet. We'll be adding water here in just a sec. Okay, so you can tell, if the light's right, it's starting to get kind of creamy in here. Okay, we're going to add just a tiny bit of water. And when I say add a little bit of water, all we're doing is I just dip the very tiniest tips of the brush in just a tiny bit of water. which maybe if you're just running it under a little stream of water, maybe it's just like 5 or 6 drops of water. I find that with soap, if you add too much water, it can really mess things up. Unlike cream, you can add a little more water to cream and get away with it, but soap you just don't want to mess with too much water. Okay, we're coming along. Pump a little bit, just get some of that excess soap out. The other thing I've learned is that you don't want to smash the brush down in here while you're lathering, because what that does is it opens up the breech of the brush and it tends to release too much liquid into the soap, which can either make it foam up, or it can make, after your first pass, it can make subsequent passes a little watery. Okay, so we're going to add just a little more water, and just to give you kind of an idea of what I'm adding, that's about it. I don't know if you saw that, but maybe just a few drops. We're almost done. Some people can do this a lot faster. Some people take their time. I just like to take my time. There's no rush. It's part of the experience. Actually, yeah, we're pretty much there. My advice is just to play with it a little bit. Try loading your brush for a little bit longer, maybe not as long, use more water, use less water, experiment with it. No two people are going to get the same results, but then what I do is I just kind of, when I'm actually shaving, I won't scoop it all out like this because I like to keep lather in the bowl for when I need to relather, but just for the purposes of my demonstration here, I'm going to scoop it out. Okay, so pretty cool. And again, you don't want to get all of it out of the bowl and put it on at once, because you want to keep enough in there for maybe 2 to 3 passes, depending on what kind of shave you're doing. But basically that's just my quick little video on the Hagen. I will be doing more videos. Sorry guys, I know it's been a while, but life's been busy. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you later.